Hey everyone. I wanted to jump on here quick and share my Young Living story with you, the condensed version. So we're going to keep it kind of short and sweet today. I have a few notes I'm going to read off of just to kind of stay on track because that's always a challenge for me. Um, my Young Living journey began about 4.5 years ago. I was a wife to a wonderful, I was and still am a wife to a wonderful husband, and a mom to two amazing kids. Gabriella was 12, almost 13 at the time. Gavin was 5, almost 6 when I was first introduced to Young Living. I had already been turning more crunchy, let's say, um, because my husband has always been in the restaurant business. And so we didn't have insurance. We didn't have the luxuries of just going to the doctor and doing all that stuff. We had to boost our immune system and keep healthy because we didn't have insurance. So we were kind of turning crunchy a little bit before Young Living. Our son was diagnosed on the autism spectrum in 2013, and we were also new business owners. So money was extremely tight. Anyone raising a special needs child understands the money we spend on equipment and therapies and all those extras. It was a time Gavin was diagnosed, I met a fellow special needs mom on a Facebook support group. Her name was Katie Bryant. I love her dearly. Katie and I would text all hours of the day and night, mostly night, because our kids never slept, like ever. They just were up all night long. So we both would text each other or Facebook each other and just give pep talks all night long. And this was ongoing for years. We just encouraged each other through the night. We used to set up like little dates like, okay, let's pretend let's pretend it's daytime and we're sitting on a porch and we're just having a conversation, where most times while we were doing this, we were rocking our kids, just praying they would fall asleep. So we started to do some researching together. We decided we had to figure out what was causing our children to not be able to sleep and what can we do to make some changes in our home. When I say we were researching, I meant she researched. If you know The Color Personalities by Jacob Amato, she's a green, so she researched. I'm a very strong red personality, and so she would give me the bullet points, which was super awesome. We're a great team like that. Thank you, Katie. We realized we needed to cut chemicals, and we exchanged recipes and made cleaning products. We were trying everything, but we just could not get our kids to sleep more than just a few hours a night. On November 15th, 2013, Katie calls me and said, and mind you, she very rarely calls me. We always communicated through text or Facebook. And she said, hey, I know you've tried everything, but I've got one more thing I think you need. That's when she mentioned these Young Living essential oils. I was skeptical. I can't even speak. I was skeptical. I mean, seriously? Essential oils? What could that possibly do to get my child to sleep? That's what I need. I need sleep. Then I began thinking about it, and I'm like, she never led me wrong before. Let me just try one more thing. What's one more thing? You know, if there's a small little chance of hope, what's one more thing? Then she told me the price, and it was $150 at the time. It's $160 now for the starter kit. And I was like, oh my goodness, like, how come they're so expensive? Meanwhile, I was like, okay, I'm just going to jump in. And I pull out my Coach wallet out of my Coach purse. And I thought to myself, oh my gosh, I spent hundreds of dollars on these products. And I'm questioning spending $150 on something that could possibly change our lives, or at least get me an hour of sleep. So I went ahead and ordered my starter kit that night. I had no idea a week later my life was about to dramatically change. That night I opened my starter kit, set up the diffuser, diffused lavender. Lavender essential oil, my first love oil. He loved it. He seemed calmer, less stressed, and just so at ease. That night he slept 6 hours through the night. Mind you, our average was only 2 to 4 broken hours a night. Yeah, life was rough. So like any normal mom, I was like, that's a fluke. I'll try it again. Let's just see. After a week, I was completely blown away. I could not believe he was sleeping 6 hours. I jumped in with both feet beside my friend who walked right beside me with all the research and information. Mind you, she lives 9 hours away, so we communicated strictly through text message and phone calls still are very limited. We both have busy schedules and special needs children. We began reading and researching between therapies, doctor's appointments, evaluations, schooling, and everyday household life. If I had 5 minutes, I used it to research and read up on essential oils and different things we could do. Katie and I would exchange information all the time. We knew if we changed our lifestyle, we could see our children heal. And that's exactly what we did. Oils are part of my story, not all of my story. In our home, we have changed eating habits, self-care habits. We learned to read food labels and personal care product labels. We removed chemicals and all synthetic fragrance from our homes. From our home. Well, Katie did too. I am kind of speaking for her. Sorry about that. I took charge of our health and wellness for myself and my family. I advocate for my family and research daily. Guess what happened? I saw and continue to see true healing. Not just in my kids, but in myself too. I'm in charge, no one else, because nobody knows your body better than you, and nobody knows your children better than you do. I share this with you because I know you can be a better, healthier you, because I was there. I know what it's like to be tired of being sick and tired, and I also know there's another way. So I share with you today why I decided to join Young Living, and I hope this encourages you to just research more and read more labels and know your ingredients. What are you putting on and in your body? Because anything you apply topically to your body is entering your bloodstream, is entering your body, and is just as dangerous as the food we're eating. Thank you for joining me today. I hope this helps encourage you to do some research on your own. And if you have any questions on Young Living essential oils, I am happy to help answer them. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.